first ever Philippine International Flower Festival. Let's give a big round of applause because this is, yes, once again, historic and such an exciting afternoon. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here this afternoon. Now, just going to start off with a little bit of trivia or a piece of information. Now, according to 6W Research, the Philippines flower and ornamental plant market size is forecasted to grow from 2022 to 2028. So, a lot to look forward to. Now, of course, during the pandemic, there was an increase in the popularity of natural products as almost all who got stuck in their respective homes became plantitas, plantitos. Is there some of you here today? Yes, okay, I'm sure there's a lot of us here today. So, of course, suddenly the demand for flowers and ornamental plants in the country grew. So, to talk more about the upcoming Philippine International Flower Festival, here is the man behind the vision and mission. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the visionary producer of the upcoming event this September, Mr. Jerry Cibal.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. My friends, good afternoon for coming and supporting me. As Kela said, this is the first Philippine International Flower Festival. I think I'm going to sit so they can see the screen. Allow me to kind of like give you a glimpse of what's going to happen in September 19 to 22 this year, 2024. On behalf of my lifetime partner, Edwin Josue, he's now in New York, busy selling properties, and I'm alone here, but I'm so happy to be back here in our country, in my homeland, and this is our way of giving back, you know. This has been my dream project, and I remember when I was hired by Steve Wynn of Wynn Macau, and I was invited together with Preston Bailey and Jeff Little. The three of us combined our forces to form and design the Wynn Palace, the first floral world casino, and it was a wonderful experience for me. So I was the executive director, and I was also part of the procurement, and I felt bad because I don't have the Philippines in my list, you know. So I asked myself, why? So I made my research and I realized I have to do something instead of asking why, you know. So here I am. Thank you very much for coming, supporting me. I hope I will not bore you with this kind of like an introduction. And later on, I'll introduce some of my, I would say, upcoming guests who are here. But I would like to begin. I call it the first Philippine International Flower Festival, and I coined it a PHIL, you know, P-H-I-L, PHIL, and then I, International Flower, and then Festival. And, you know, the reason why we're doing this one, of course, is I want to educate, you know, everybody, including me, you know. At the same time, I want to preserve our nature also and grow the horticulture, because this is the $40 billion industry that a lot of people were surprised. And that's why I coined it that it all begins here at PHIL. I call this PHIL as a house, as a home, and where humans interact with nature. You're gonna learn more about this 4-day event, and it's gonna be at here in Ayala Malls. We have the Grand Concourse for the retail marketplace, and we have here, it's a 4 ballrooms here. It's quite huge. This is a new facilities, a new venue space, I say, and it's gonna happen September 19 to 22. So we'll go to the next one, which is, I have a theme for this year. I like the nature meets fashion and technology. That's why you're seeing some display here, mannequin of fashion, floral fashion, which is very in thing now. And kind of like, I just want to spice up the mannequin and create something very fresh and new. So do we have the next clip, please? So if you notice here, the logo, I just wanna plug it why sun? Because flowers, nature needs sun. And you notice that this is more like a fertility. It means abundance also, like it. So this one I call it bountiful blooms. And oops, that's too quick. Go to the second one. Sorry. So no, this is the last clip. You have to go to the second one. I'm sorry, guys. It happens of a live show. Yeah. But anyway, I want to talk about bountiful blooms. Why bountiful blooms? I think the country is going into a very progressive stage. I'm very happy that what happened last year, I wrote the First Lady a letter telling her about my project, the horticulture, the flower festival. And she got excited, and she asked me to come here and meet with her. And with all enthusiasm, I was really surprised. She was very, very friendly, as if we've known each other for many years. And she said, do it, I will support you, you have my blessings. And that's why I'm doing this one, not for myself, but for all the Filipinos also. I'm so glad we have somebody from the government who understands the importance and the growing industry that we have. It's about time, it's about time. And I'm the type of person never give up hope. I'm very, very stubborn in a way that if I do believe in something, I think I have to do it. I have to do it in, whatever challenges I have in life or whatever, I just have to do it, So, in September, although today, I have the Bloom Bee here. I decided to do just a very simple Bloom Bee just to give you a heads up what's going to happen in September. But you have to come back in September because Bloom Bee is not ready yet. He's not in full bloom. He'll be in full bloom in September. So you better come back and tell your friends to come here and experience the fantastic installation. So this is my mascot, Bloom Bee. I'm gonna have a huge installation of Bloom Bee. We call it, there's a Bloom Bee Park at Hall A, where we're gonna have an exciting events, special events for everybody, And that's why I said, hello friends, I'm Bloom Bee. I welcome you to the first Bloom Bee International Flower Festival. Go to the next one. So here, do you know where this is? This is in Atok Baguio, Atok Benguet. You don't have to go outside the Philippines in order for you to enjoy, right? Yes, have you been there?
I haven't, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's amazing. Look at those cabbage flowers. I mean, amazing. I was really surprised. The reason why we're doing this is we have a mission. We want to empower the farmers, and let people understand that they need support also. I'm trying to grow the industry, the wholesalers, the farmers, and that's why we have a mission to fulfill. First is that we want to educate everybody, including me. It's not only you, but everybody that's who loves flowers. As Kayla said, the plantitos, plantitas. So I think this is the best time for us to really appreciate and talk about it. Because who doesn't love flowers? We all start from birth to death, right?
Yes.
It's amazing. I mean, how flowers could translate and give joy to everybody. And so we want to kind of like attract. That's why I had a meeting with Secretary Frasco. I'm encouraging her to kind of like promote a local farm tourism, So that's why hoping that this will succeed, and we have to explore. And nowadays, we don't have to depend so much on the soil. There's so much technology going on right now. We're growing tulips here. Do you believe? It's not through the soil, but through what do you call this? Yeah, hydroponics, amazing, amazing. The quality is really fantastic. It's like, you're grown in Holland. And I was here last May, and I saw a lot of flowers from New York that were grown here. Amazing, And I met this guy. He's known as an urban farmer. He is doing it. I mean, you should follow him. He's great. We're here to help each other. We're here not to compete, but we're here to help each other to grow the industry, right, Louis? Thank you very much for your support. And of course, we want to educate and grow the industry. Next, please. So, people said, how many flower farms do we have in the country? Amazing. We have 350 from those 3 regions, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Especially if you go to Cebu, this is also in Baguio. It's like you're in Europe, So we also have it in Mindanao, Bukidnon, wherever you go. I remember I was invited by the Department of Tourism to be one of the international guest speakers. And after my speaking engagement, one lady told me, he said, "Sir, I have a problem because every year my husband will send me flowers. But this year, she gave me a land. What am I gonna do with that?" I said, "Lucky you." But unfortunately, I said, I'm not the right person because I'm an end user. But, it gave me something like an idea that I have to learn also. Aside from using it, I have to learn something, how they grow, so that at least I can share knowledge. It's very important for me. And that's why you'll be amazed. So if you go to Baguio, even here, just go like an hour, travel to Silang, Cavite, right? Yeah, you can see a lot. And Tagaytay, Quezon, that's amazing. So next. So you'll be surprised at how many exotic and species that we have native. I'm telling you about the native flower, not the imported. The one that we have originally our own, like you'll be surprised, like the that's the largest flower in the world, And then we have the jade vine. If you go to New York Botanical Garden, they put it in a conservatory, a greenhouse, air conditioning. Here we don't care, And so we even had cherry blossoms, which you believe in Palawan, And those rose grapes are selling like hotcakes now in the United States, And we even have the fat stem orchids. And do you know the white Phalaenopsis orchids? The origin of that one is from the Philippines. Now, who propagated it? It's Taiwan and Japan. They make billions, That's why we have to get it back. And we have, if you're familiar with waling, yeah, it's almost gone now. That's my mission. I want to bring it back, And you'll be surprised. Most of our scientists now working in Vietnam. Vietnam is one of the fastest growing in horticulture, and their GDP, 20% of their GDP is from horticulture and floriculture. Why can't we do that here? Right? I think we have to start somewhere else. We just cannot sit here and relax and enjoy and just watch other people grow while we're here suffering or whatever. We have to do something, and we need that kind of energy. We need that kind of unity that we should do. And the next one. Okay, I know this picture looks very familiar, but what's happening right now in every world corporate? They're incorporating flowers on their marketing. Gone are just putting beautiful photos of flowers of their products. Now they use use flowers, They became so creative, and which is good for the flower industry, Because in our flower industry we have so many artists, so creative. It's just at least we have an extra tool, to use and explore and experiment, right? Jeremy is from Hong Kong, and he works at Okada. Thank you for coming, for supporting me also. So next one. And this is what's going to happen in September 19. This is the Grand Concourse on the second floor. It's just beside the MRT exit. We're gonna have all the retails at the Grand Concourse, and we're gonna have at least around 80 exhibit booths. You know, so it's gonna be very, very exciting. And so that's kind of like the draft floor plan that we're doing, and we're gonna have 4 big installations in the middle with fountain and everything. We're gonna make it like an indoor-outdoor park at the same time, kind of like fun to be indoor. So next one, yes. So that's the Bloom Market. You see that one? That's a Holland. It's a chewy from Holland, but this is based here in Quezon. No, not in Cagayan. I said they're growing chewies, you know. So this was owned by Filipina and I would say a Netherlands husband, a Dutch, you know. And the next one is that's gonna be here. We're here right now in Hall D, which is the last one on your right. And then there's 4 halls. The biggest is the one here, the Bloom Bee Park. And that's why I'm gonna unveil the Bloom Bee in full bloom next September. And it's gonna be, we're creating a park, an indoor park for everybody to enjoy. And create special events for corporate and for private, or even for non-profit organizations, you know, to create a unique event. And the next one is, okay, this will be my entrance piece. I designed this to welcome all the guests, you know. So, you like it? So you have to come. I tell your friends to come. I call it floral fantasy. I'm gonna make use of the local products, you know, and try to market it, try to help people appreciate it more, you know. So that's my intentions and my passion. So it's gonna be kind of like, it's good for family to come over and teach their children and appreciate, you know, I have to start from childhood so that they know how to appreciate our nature. And next one. And so there's so many components gonna happen during the exhibit. The first one is the floral art installations or floral design. So nowadays, most designers, floral designers, are not contented with just doing floral centerpieces on the table. They want to be challenged. Like me, my background is architecture. I love architecture. I used to teach art also. And I want challenges, you know, that's why I want to create big things, huge, you know. So this, I call it Trinity. The reason why I call it Trinity is the Father, the Son, and you know, the Holy Spirit, because I want to offer this nature back to our Creator. That's my whole purpose. So I can be guided and make sure that I'm doing the right thing, you know. So these are all borrowed from nature, and we're gonna give it back and see how people respond to that. And that's why it's my installation. It's huge also, and that's why you see 3 rings there, you know. So the next one. So we have also another component is the landscaping. We're trying to work with different landscaper to create a vignette so that people will understand. We're gonna have workshops also on landscaping. Try to work with architects and other interior designers to create a landscape design so people will enjoy. So every corner, if you come here, you're gonna see an exciting installation. It's just about me. I'm trying to invite a lot of people to join me, you know. The more, the merrier, as I said. So, and then the next one, of course, who doesn't love fashion, right? So, we're gonna have a permanent installations like what you've seen here, and also we're gonna have a live show where fashion designers will work with floral designers and create an event, you know, a special event. You know, they can dress up with fresh flowers or silk or whatever, you know. And it's a very, very exciting for everybody to see and experience. It's something very unique now, and it's just in time. Because everybody wanted to be part of the floral world now, you know. Even Vogue magazines, Metropolitan, in New York City, all celebrities are all wearing even beanie. We were just talking about that, you know. So that's the in thing now, the trend. and I don't think it will go away. I think the more we explore, the more it's gonna have a great demand in the future also. So next one. So this is the table centerpieces, which you see my favorite caterer, Chiu. Where's Edwin? Edwin's the owner of Chiu Catering, the best. Do you like the food? Of course, right? Thank you, Edwin, for your support. That's their installation made by Larry. Larry, where's Larry? Larry Dong Natividad. He's very creative. He's also an artist. He's been in the industry for almost, I would say, 40 or 50 years, something like that. It runs in the family. So what I'm doing right now, so I'm not only showing my work, I'm inviting everybody to be part of this historical, as you said, historical event. Because we want this to be an event forever, an event to be remembered, just like my book. Because I cannot do this alone. We need your help. We need your support. And I think the more we help other people, the better it's gonna happen. Because my creativity and my talent is also limited, And this is just my way of giving back. I just want to leave a legacy with my partner Edwin, who's crazy to support me, yes, crazy to support me, but he still loves flowers, And it's something about life. It's something about relationship. It's something about nature. It's something about your relationship with God, with nature, And that's why I feel I'm very, very blessed, to have this opportunity to come back in my homeland and do this to benefit all the Filipino people, the farmers. The next one. Of course, I want to bring back the waling-waling. Every time I go to Davao, I felt really bad. I met the owners and I'm trying to help them revive it, I hope I'll be successful. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes money, But I have no doubt with the support of the government, hopefully we can do it because this is ours, right? And this is our pride, And so that we're gonna have an orchid show, gonna be sponsored hopefully by ABS-CBN, So it's dedicated to all the orchid lovers, and collectors also. Next one, because Ikebana, I think I have a friend Joy who's an expert in Ikebana. I'm not an expert, but I appreciate Ikebana, because I used to teach Chinese painting. It's more like, it has to do with patience, simplicity. So we're gonna have Ikebana section also, exhibit. So we have the orchid, we have the Ikebana, and the next one we have, of course, if you have orchid Ikebana, the next one you have the bonsai. Next, please. This is the bonsai. So we're gonna have a section of, bonsai exhibition. So this is a good platform for everybody to really enjoy. There's so many varieties that you can enjoy here. It's not only one aspect like floral design. No, this is something that everybody should take home and remember and enjoy and explore. That's the beauty of having those beautiful flowers. Next one. And next clip. Yeah. So this is a special event. We're gonna have it at Blue Bee Park. I'm encouraging corporate to sponsor to help us so that we can help the growers, the farmers, and also designers and small businesses. I'm trying to help also the wholesaler, the retailer in Nangwa, and also trying to kind of like work with the government to create a good, I would say, policy for everybody that could support the industry, because we need that. But before they can create a beautiful and I would say a working, effective policy, everyone has to be educated. If you're not educated, how can you make a very effective and working policy? That's impossible. So everybody has to understand that, it starts from education. And that's why it's very important for us. And this event is not only to create fun, at the same time it's going to help it has this CSR thing, you know. Everybody will be benefited from this one. And the next one, of course, this is the Bloomby part, you know. And you saw that Bloomby, it's gonna be 15 feet tall to 16 feet tall high, you know, without the platform. And then with the platform, it will be like almost like 20 feet high, almost touching the sea. You know, that's how humongous it's gonna be. So we're gonna create a park here. There will be a fashion show. There will be different vignettes, which Chiu will do all the catering. We have the Chinese, Japanese, Pinoy, Filipino food, and also Western, French, Italian, whatever. So it's gonna be a very, very exciting because every hall that you go to, it's an experiment and experience for you to really enjoy and absorb and have fun with. So I want you to go home and start talking about it non-stop. So that next year you will come back and expect more from us, and it will be very, very challenging for us as creators and as designers and as artists. You know, we're gonna be challenged by your expectation, and we hope we can deliver, and I'm pretty sure we can do that. So, next one. Of course, we have the programs here. The programs that we're gonna have, we're inviting local designers and international designers from US, from US, Poland, I would say Japan, you know, Indonesia, Singapore, of course, Thailand, also from Germany. You know, it's gonna be an international event. What I intend to do is to have our local designers also mingle with the international, because we can learn from each other, right? We should not close our, I would say, capacity and just accept the chance, and we can grow easily by, you know, instead of going out, we're gonna bring them in here, you know. So it's vice versa. Everybody will be benefited from that, and because of the platform that we have, the flowers, everybody will have a fun time. The next one, yes, see, we have floral design. You know, we will talk about also horticulture. We will talk about any topics that you like, people will be interested in. We're still working on the topics, but sooner or later, probably in a couple of weeks, we will have the program. It's gonna be released on our website. We will continue giving you the information. Just bear with us, you know, because this is such a new project for us, and we're trying to see what works here, because what works in the States doesn't mean it works here also. I have to blend and kind of like balance everything. So just bear with me, and we're working with my great team here. Later on, I'll introduce them to you. Okay, the next one, of course, this is an exciting event because it's a floral design competition. I want to invite everybody, hopefully from a professional group. Do you think we can do that? Oh yes, yes, we can do that. And we have like my friends from Bohol, a couple who's very famous in Bohol and also other parts of the world. And Michael and his partner Joseph, thank you for coming and for gracing our invitation. And they bring their friends also here to support us. So, you know, I thank you for doing that, because it is such an honor for me, but also the Filipinos. I think we're going to show the world that we can work together, you know. There's no difference, you know. It's not a competition that we're trying to create here, but we're trying to create unity here and understanding. And who will be benefited from this one? All of us, you know. Not just one community, but all walks of, you know, life, whether you're poor, you're rich, whatever, you love flowers. Doesn't matter, you know. And so that's what we're trying to challenge everybody to come up with some floral design. You never know. You never know. I always say that you never know. Next one. So, salamat po. I hope you learned something.
Yes, plenty, I'm sure.
soon too.
Thank you so much. And I mean, we learned so much and there's so much to look forward to. I love that you mentioned, there's going to be workshops, there's going to be different exhibits. I mean, it will appeal to the young. Because I think what's really, for me, I would say that I don't have a green thumb. And that's what discourages me from really pursuing plans. But, if kids from an early age start learning, then throughout the years, they can also enjoy it and get passionate about it as well.
Yes. And one thing